Imagine a world where the lines between hunter and hunted blur, where compassion blooms in the face of primal danger, and where a human heart finds an unspoken connection with the wild. This is a story about such a moment witnessed by a young American park ranger in the heart of Africa. A moment that redefined courage, trust, and the profound interconnectedness of life. It was a morning like any other for Sarah, a 30-year-old American park ranger, as she began her patrol deep within a vast African wildlife sanctuary. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming acacia. The only sounds the rustle of leaves and the distant calls of unseen birds. Sarah, with her keen eyes and a spirit forged by years in the bush, moved with a quiet confidence, every sense alert to the pulse of the wilderness around her. Her work was more than a job. It was a calling, a daily vigil to protect the precious lives within her care. Suddenly, a disturbance in the sparse foliage on the vast grassland caught her attention. Not the usual rustle of an antelope, but a heavy, struggling sound. Her heart quickened, moving slowly towards the center of the field. What she saw stole her breath. There in a shallow muddy pool amidst the African grassland with sparse acacia trees was Kudo, a magnificent silverback gorilla. His immense powerful body, usually a symbol of unyielding strength, was constricted helpless by the thick, sinuous coils of a colossal African rock python. The python, a true leviathan of the savannah, had completely encircled Kudo, its muscles tightening with every agonizing breath the gorilla took. It was a scene of raw, desperate survival, a primal struggle between two giants. Sarah felt a surge of fear, quickly followed by a fierce resolve. This was a situation her training couldn't fully prepare her for. Gorillas, especially silverbacks like Kudo, are incredibly powerful, but against the relentless squeeze of a python, even their strength can fail. African rock pythons are formidable constrictors known for their incredible speed and bone-crushing power. They are ambushed predators, often lying in wait for prey to pass by, their scales camouflaged perfectly with the earth. Once they strike, their dozens of razor-sharp backward-curving teeth ensure a grip that few creatures can escape. For Kudo, already weakened by the python's vice-like grip, time was running out. She knew she had to act and fast, but as she assessed the dire situation, a new, chilling reality emerged from the shadows. Keep watching to witness the extraordinary courage that unfolded. Next, the air hung heavy with the gorilla's labored breathing and the subtle creak of the python's tightening coils. Sarah's mind raced, recalling everything she knew about these incredible creatures. Kudo, a mature silverback, was a cornerstone of his family, a gentle giant in his usual demeanor. But now his powerful form was trapped, his intelligent brown eyes wide with fear and desperation. Gorillas are often misunderstood, perceived as aggressive, but in reality they are complex, social animals capable of deep emotion and incredible gentleness, especially within their family units. To see such a powerful creature so vulnerable was heartbreaking. The African rock python, on the other hand, was pure instinct. These enormous snakes, sometimes reaching over 20 feet in length, are apex predators. They don't rely on venom, but on brute force. Their method is simple yet terrifying. Constrict their prey until blood flow to The brain is cut off, leading to unconsciousness and then death. The python's grip was methodical, relentless, its cold scales pressing deep into Kudo's flesh. Sarah could see the ripple of muscles beneath its mottled skin as it tightened its hold, seeking to cut off the gorilla's breath. Sarah's training kicked in. She quickly scanned the surroundings, looking out at the sparse acacia trees and searching for an opening, a weakness in the python. Strategy. She knew she carried a low-intensity stun device, a tool designed to startle and temporarily incapacitate without causing lasting harm. This was her best bet to safely break the python's hold. The task felt monumental, the odds stacked against her. How could one human possibly untangle a fully grown gorilla from the coils of such a massive, powerful serpent? She took a deep, steadying breath, preparing to make her move. But before she could even take a step, a low, guttural rumble vibrated through the ground beneath her feet. As Sarah processed the scale of the threat, an even greater challenge emerged from the tall grasses, eyes watching. What happens when an unexpected audience arrives? Does it hinder or help a desperate rescue? From behind a thicket of tall grass near the acacia trees, a golden-maned head emerged, followed by another and another, a pride of lions. Their tawny coats blended almost seamlessly with the savanna, their eyes, sharp and predatory, fixed on the unfolding drama before them, right in the middle of the field. Initially, Sarah's fear spiked. A pride of lions meant overwhelming danger. These weren't house cats. They were powerful hunters, capable of taking down prey far larger than themselves. Their presence introduced an unpredictable element to an already volatile situation. She watched them, her muscles tensing, ready to react if they showed any sign of aggression towards her or the struggling gorilla. But then something curious happened. The lions didn't charge. They didn't even stalk. They simply watched. A few soft growls rippled through the pride. Not aggressive snarls, but more like murmurs of intense observation. They were curious, assessing, perhaps, waiting for an opportune moment to scavenge. But they weren't moving in. Was as if they recognized the unique, desperate struggle before them, and for some reason chose to remain as silent, watchful witnesses. Sarah, ever attuned to the subtle language of the wild, noticed the nuance in their behavior. Their body language was one of cautious interest, not immediate attack. It was an extraordinary moment of mutual respect, or perhaps an unspoken acknowledgement of the sheer desperation of the gorilla's plight. Lions, typically driven by hunger and territorial instinct, seemed to have paused their primal urges. This pause, this collective observation was a tiny window of opportunity for Sarah, but it was a fragile one. She knew that any sudden movement, any perceived threat, could turn the observing pride into an active one. With the lions maintaining their distance, Sarah knew her window to act was now. But rescuing a gorilla from a python is no easy feat in the wild. Sometimes the greatest strength is found in unexpected acts of kindness. With the lions still observing from a distance, Sarah knew she had to act quickly. She carefully approached the struggle, her eyes fixed on the python's head, the most vulnerable point. Kudo thrashed weakly, his terror palpable. The python's grip was so tight that its scales seemed to be cutting into his thick fur. Sarah took a calculated risk. She pulled the low-intensity stun device from her belt. Moving with a ranger stealth, she positioned herself just outside the python's striking range, yet close enough to make a difference. With a quick press of a button, she activated the device and gently touched the head of the python. The snake convulsed violently, startled, its coils momentarily loosening around Kudo. Hissed, its triangular head rearing back, momentarily distracted from its prey and turning its attention to the new unexpected threat. This was her chance. Ignoring the immense danger, Sarah sprang forward, grabbing one of the python's coils near Kudo's chest and pulling with all her might. The python, realizing its meal was slipping away, began to constrict again. Its powerful body flexing, but Sarah's persistence, coupled with the gorilla's desperate, renewed struggle, began to have an effect. With a final desperate heave, Kudo, sensing the brief reprieve, managed to twist his massive body, creating a critical gap. The python, disoriented and unable to regain its full grip, began to slowly unravel its coils. As the python finally slithered away, disappearing into the tall grasses. At the edge of the muddy pool, Kudo lay, still, panting, his chest heaving. Sarah backed away slowly, giving him space but keeping a watchful eye. Slowly, the silverback lifted his head. His intelligent brown eyes met hers. And in that moment, Sarah felt an unspoken understanding, a profound connection that transcended species. It was a look of exhausted relief, perhaps even gratitude. The lions, too, stirred but made no move. They seemed to acknowledge the resolution, their silent vigil, ending as the immediate threat vanished. This was a rare, powerful moment where a human, a gorilla, and even a pride of lions shared a silent pact of witness and survival. Witness the stunning moments of compassion and connection. The immediate danger had passed, but the echoes of this extraordinary encounter would resonate far beyond the African savanna. One act of bravery can reveal profound truths about our world. In the days and weeks that followed, Sarah continued her patrols across the vast grassland, often catching glimpses of Kudo, now fully recovered, leading his family with renewed vigor. The encounter had left an indelible mark on her, deepening her respect for the intricate balance of the wild. The mystery of a lion's observation remained a testament to the wild's unpredictable nature and its capacity for something akin to neutrality, even in the face of a potential meal. This isn't just a story about a ranger saving a gorilla. It's a testament to the extraordinary connections that exist when we dare to step into nature's raw beauty. Sarah's quick thinking, her unwavering courage, and her profound empathy for Kudo demonstrate the vital role park rangers play every single day. They are the unsung heroes, the bridge between humanity and the untamed wilderness, often facing unseen dangers to protect the planet's most vulnerable inhabitants. The image of Sarah, alone, human facing down incredible odds, not with a weapon, but with sheer bravery and compassion, tells us something profound. It reminds us that empathy isn't just a human trait, it's a force that weaves through the entire natural world. The lions, observing without interference, teach us about boundaries and the subtle language of the wild. Kudo, the mighty gorilla, shows us vulnerability and the capacity for trust. This story is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. Every creature plays a role, and every act of compassion, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, sends ripples through the delicate ecosystem. It's about understanding that sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't found in grand plans, but in simple acts of courage and kindness. It's about the silent miracles witnessed every day by those dedicated to protecting our planet. If this story moved you, if it sparked a flicker of wonder or a renewed sense of responsibility, then our mission is truly connected. Subscribe to our channel for more true stories of courage, connection, and conservation from the heart of the wild. And tell us in the comments what part of this story resonated most with you.